Yeah, so my dad, I was born in Boston actually, and my dad used to work at a computer company outside of Massachusetts. I mean, outside of Boston, called Digital. There's no computer geeks out here. Woo! Shout out. But yeah, but you know, they were doing well for a while there. But then in the early '90s, things didn't go so well, and so they had a first round of layoffs, and my dad was included in that, and so. Once he lost his job at the computer company, he decided that he was just gonna. He tried a few other jobs. He tried to be like a security guard and other random little things like that. But then he just got tired of working for people. So, he's like, I want to be my own man. I want to be my own boss. And, that's the kind of man I am. That's how I live. And so he decided to quit, and he was gonna go take up his own business. And the thing is, he didn't really have many business skills for things to do on his own. So, but the only thing he did know was that when he was growing up in India, he was a farmer, and so he decided to become a farmer. And so he moved us down to rural Georgia. Yeah. It's not that bad. Georgia's not like it's okay, but in any case, it was a really rural place though. Like it was one of those towns that you maybe see on TV. It was like one stoplight, 600 people type of town. Everyone knew each other's business kind of place. But but we adapted. My dad would he would go to church even though he was Hindu, and he used it as a networking opportunity. So he would go to church and he would try to get advice about farming and how farming is done in the U.S. And he'd go to these and be like, so how are the peanuts coming in? They're doing well, right? And he'd be like, yep. And then they'd be like, so what are you guys using out there? Using Roundup and stuff to keep it? Yep. Did you put it on last week? Is that when you guys usually put it? Yep. And so through church, he was able to get some tips on, how to do farming and stuff like that. And so, so he was able to. Eventually, he got his own, he got his own farm and stuff. It took him a while to get there, though. He used to work at a factory where it supported the entire town. It was they made little bolts that go on tires to cars, but not really for cars, but just industrial vehicles like Bobcats and stuff. So it was very, very specialized. And so the entire town rode on this factory. Everything depended on it. But after a while, he just quit that, and he was able to start up his little farm. And when he just started, things didn't really go so well at first. And so when Christmas rolled around, there wasn't going to be presents and trees and everything, because you see, we celebrated commercial Christmas where we just embraced everything that is commercial about Christmas. We got the presents and the trees and we watched the Disney shows and had the claymations going all the time and got all kinds of stuff. And so Christmas, if you take away the presents and the tree, there's not really much left to commercial Christmas. So commercial Christmas was basically canceled that year in many ways. And so we're all this really stinks, and we're just sad and just longingly watching Disney Channel frequently. But then my dad, I don't know what motivated him or what got him to try to save Christmas, but one day he's like, guess what, guys? I got a Christmas tree for us. And so we're like, yeah, Christmas tree, we can decorate it and stuff. It's gonna be great. And so what he pulls into the house is, it looks like a branch that he got off the highway. And it's not a little branch or anything. It's an 8-foot branch for a little trailer home. And so it's having to be bent, into the ceiling to fit in, and it's not even a good branch. It's not very full. It's dying a little bit and has tufts of needles here and there. It doesn't even look like a tree. I don't know where he got an idea of what Christmas trees were like, but he thought this would be appropriate. And then he decided that it would be a good idea to put the tree in a bucket that used to hold pesticides. And he was just gonna. When he was just going to wash it out and it would be fine. But I don't know if there was still residue in there or not, because that tree didn't last very long and it turned brown very quickly. But we decorated it anyway. And, you know, I don't know if you remember Charlie Brown Christmas, but, you know, after Charlie Brown buys that crappy tree, everyone decorates it. It's, like, beautiful and everything, but this didn't happen with our tree. It still sucked. And, like, it was still awful. And we all like, Dad, you don't know what you're doing. You can't buy a tree. And I guess that's the moral of Down and Out. It just sucks sometimes.